What's up, everybody? We're back with some more Overdrift.
Magic!
Before we begin, I'd like to thank Dr. Aardvark, MD, Magicos, Satan, and Ultra Viper for being members of our Patreon. If you'd like to be a member of Patreon, you go to patreon.com/ultra. Link in the description.
Yeah.
And I would also like to thank Advent Zen for his beautiful thumbnail artwork once again. You can find him at Zen Advent on Twitter. If you have any Novadrift fan art that you want to send to me that I can use in a thumbnail, please let me know. I'd love to show off more artwork in my thumbnails. And today, we are doing a Dart battery build because I wanted to use battery for the thumbnail, and James challenged me to do it with Dart.
What?
So, I like using Dart, but not necessarily with battery. I want to use a shield that's actually going to be good.
Like
but
Halo shield's good because you get the fire.
Yeah.
Temporal shield you don't do very often. That'll keep you safe.
Yeah, sure. Temporal shield. We'll go with that. And then battery. Oh, look at this. We're so purple.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to miss so many shots.
You're going to miss a lot of shots early on.
Also, I'm going like full keyboard for some reason. Like, I could be using the mouse to aim even worse. Let's get some more shots out there. It'll give me more opportunities to hit my target just because I'm shooting more things.
Yes.
More of a chance for victory.
Those purple darts look fantastic, by the way.
Yeah.
That's a solid purple.
As opposed to like a liquid purple.
Yes.
Or a gaseous purple.
You're a gaseous purple.
How dare you?
Targeting.
I'm gonna get some targeting. And then we're gonna try to get some warp strike action so that
as soon as possible.
Yeah.
The one targeting really does just like nothing, does it?
It will once it has an extra screen to wrap.
Well, yes.
I could get guidance as well to really make sure that they hit home.
Because they're targeting the home. I get it.
If you think that was an intended joke, then by all means.
Oh man, those butt darts really home.
Let's
forgo the rerolls.
Yeah, I don't need them. I think I will try to get some. It's gonna really hurt my velocity, but I'll pick a lot of that back up.
Yeah.
When I go get sniped and all that.
And velocity isn't that important for this.
Correct.
The 5% rate of fire is bigger problem, but this one is literally just based on number of projectiles or size of the projectiles.
Yes.
The velocity doesn't actually matter. So actually lowering the velocity is better in this case because it gives them a higher opportunity to hit their target.
I will say, as far as the velocity thing, certain projectiles degrade over time and become smaller the further they go, so that's sort of reflected in velocity.
That's true. I do not believe that Dart is one of them, though. I'm pretty sure that if Dart... it looks like they do peter out at the very, very end of their distance.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Watch it. Careful.
These freaking guys.
Obsession. Nah, you don't need to run this build.
I don't need obsession.
Magnitude is really
we'll
good.
Get some magnitude.
Obsession. Oddly enough, the firing array
is not bad.
It's not exactly what you're looking for because you actually need focus fire, but
our central shot will do more.
Yeah.
Yeah, why the heck not? I have 2 central shots. I get extra bonus.
Exactly.
Out of it.
Plus, it's a talent that you do not take very often.
It's one of those niche talents. And because it's a niche talent, it's actually a talent I like a lot. I like talents that are very good, but only in specific circumstances. Talents that are good all of the time are boring. Talents that are good situationally are interesting.
That's true. Candescence is probably...
Incandescence, but Maelstrom
Maelstrom, particularly with the temporal shield, is very, very strong.
And being as not mobile as some other things, having that extra help will be good. Despite the fact that it only works when my shield is up and my shield just goes down.
It's true. How about a Death Blossom?
You know what, James? Just for you, Death Blossom.
Nice.
Not working at all towards the goal of getting Warp Strike.
It's fine. It's fine. Now you've got a couple of neat defensive things going, and an offensive defense.
An offensive defense.
Yeah.
Convergence could be interesting. It will lower the size of my projectiles, which will lower the overall damage.
Yes,
but it will highly increase their targeting.
Yes, and the +2 projectiles, that's going to be one on each side, correct?
Maybe. It could be...
Because volley is the same thing, and it was one on each side.
So that would ruin our firing array, actually.
Yes.
So, Candescence then.
It would ruin the firing array until you took
and to be honest,
another Twin Strike.
To be honest, once I have Warp Strike,
you don't need
I don't need any more.
Wow, that is the third time they've offered you Obsession.
They're like, look, hey you. Yeah, you.
Yeah, corrosion is way too good for this.
But we'll take that corrosion.
You want corrosion, you want purification. Oh, look at that. Bullet slowing way down there.
Some XP over here. Make sure I get that. Alright. Get that velocity. We're going to pump it right back up because we want that Warp Strike action.
Yeah, you need that snipe.
And then I need to get velocity so that I can get towards the blink.
You just picked up velocity.
I meant thrusters, like myself velocity.
Improved thrusters.
Yeah. Just for you, James, I won't pick up Evolutionary Niche. Also because I don't think Battery is particularly great at it. It would give me more weapon damage and more projectile size. And if I picked up enough of them, it would give me more projectiles, but I would need quite a bit.
I think you would need 3 or 4 to get one more projectile. I don't know how. Obsession.
There's so many Obsession. Rare wild mod my ass.
That is insane. Do you want Fusillade?
It depends on how many projectiles it would be total.
You actually lose 10% projectile size.
Yeah. Which I'm not terribly worried about. Like, Volley did the same thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Fusillade would be helpful.
I think I'm going to hold off. I'm going to hold off.
You really need to figure out Warp Strike, yeah.
Yeah, until I can get some...
How about just a payload so you're not burning your rerolls?
It slows down my rate of fire, but that means that I can get the rate of fire up and then be fine.
Yeah.
With a weapon like this, getting rate of fire up doesn't do a whole lot because there's a battery bottleneck of weapon firing speed.
That's true.
But now I can take it and not feel so bad about it.
Pop, pop.
This is why you never eat a fire porcupine.
Also, look how good that looks. Also, a fire porcupine? A porcupine?
Or eat a Halo Needler.
There you go.
I think their projectiles were also purple.
Yeah, they're like a pinkish purple, I think.
Yeah, I think they're more on the pink side. It's been a while.
They look more like that one Bone Hydra shape with the pink spikes.
That one Bone Hydra shape.
Look, we've been playing a lot of Hades, man. The Bone Hydra comes in like 5 different flavors.
Bunk.
The projectile was so slow.
It was.
Splinter.
How dare you tempt me, you temptress. Splinter's gonna slow us down even more. I might get it eventually, but I don't want it yet.
That's fair. But you really need to get that Warp Strike going.
Yes. I would like to get it post-haste.
So you need...
But I only have 2 rerolls. But I will take the Rapid Fire now that I took the other thing to lower my speed. So I can speed it back up.
Yep.
So I want...
Purification.
I was going to say Deadly Wake to get the Blink, but Purification is pretty purification-y.
Yeah, you lose the weapon damage, but you pick up so much burn damage, and you heal off the burns. Totally worth it for Dart.
And any weapon where you're utilizing majority burn damage.
Dart is an interesting one in that the weapon damage itself isn't actually that bad. Ooh. Winnow.
No.
Yeah, there's a couple of things in there. Kinetic boost isn't bad. Okay. Burst fire?
Yeah.
Burst fire battery is a little scary, but I don't think it's a bad idea.
Yeah. I think that's overall better.
And then, to be fair, once you get Warp Strike, it could potentially barrage this.
I could.
I don't know if it's the right idea, but it's fun. Also, look at you. You're just like spewing out damn needles.
It's so hard to aim. Give me my training wheels of Warp Strike. I can just fire and know that the darts will eventually find where they need to go. Ugh. Should pull down, I guess.
Yeah.
See, now that I have no rerolls, the game's gonna be like, aha! Got him! Got him right where I want him!
Those back darts spinning around that guy's shield was fantastic.
Yeah, they'll do that.
Oh, those poor little darts aren't quite getting to him.
Also, the poor little darts aren't sentient. You don't have to feel that bad for them.
Look, man.
They're munitions.
Look, man. They're trying their best.
They're not trying at all.
You don't know.
Trying requires sentience.
Maybe targeting gives them sentience. You don't know.
Chimeric, I need you to weigh in on this issue.
Turns out every bullet you fire is actually a little ship.
You're a little ship.
That's true.
Listen here, you little ship.
No. No shipping.
Not what I meant, you know it.
I know. But it's funny.
Alright. Deadly Wake.
There you go.
Please give me Blink. I mean, I'll also like Blink just to have Blink, if I'm being honest.
That's true. Burn the Celestial!
Okay.
Bonk.
I didn't say bonk the Celestial.
Nah.
Oh man, he expertly dodged it. He got out of the way.
He's dodgy.
Came back.
He's a rogue, man. Hey, look, Blink.
Alright.
Next level.
Maybe.
Next level. Speak it into existence.
Every time we do, it never works out. You actually speak it out of existence.
Now you gotta believe. Heart of the cards. Oops.
Hey, look.
You know what?
One
You
chance.
you have one reroll. You can throw them away.
No. Well, I feel like it's time to figure it out one way or another.
There's a lot of darts.
Yeah, that's probably fine.
You have a slight problem though.
Is there no middle dart?
Nope, you have 4 on each side.
But hold on. If I get convergence now.
That's true.
Yeah.
Convergence would work. Twin Strike would work.
Modern problems require modern solutions.
Mastery. Or, of course, if you barrage it, then who gives a curb?
Yes, well, if and when I barrage it, then it don't matter.
What would be nice with firing array is if you had an even number of projectiles. If it was just like, man, both of the middle ones get it.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Would it be nice? It'd probably be too strong at that point, if we're being honest. Warpath isn't bad.
Wouldn't be much, but I don't have a reroll. But Warpath is fine.
Yeah, Warpath is fine.
I'm not planning on getting too many wild mods, so I'm not gonna go too crazy with it.
There goes the shield. Oh boy. Slight bananas there.
Everything's fine.
You could take focus fire and set up for barrage. Again, I don't know if barrage is what you want here, but
Look, if barrage comes up at this point, I'll take it. Barrage with warp strike could be a thing.
yeah. But you really got to get that warp strike, man.
Yeah.
Half of your bullets are still just going off into the stratosphere. Not stratosphere. There's no planet you're going by. They're going off to.
Well, we passed by a planet or two.
Have we?
Yeah, they show up in the background.
I know the stars show up in the background.
Yeah, the big old planets that pop up.
You're a planet.
That I don't even know what that means. Well, I was just inside punching the ghost.
Look, there's nothing wrong with being a planet. Planets can become Green Lanterns.
Well, we gotta learn now. Solid stream of dart.
Yep. I feel like that's going to be very, very good once you get the barrage. Or once you get the warp strike.
Yes, once I get warp strike, I think this'll be a thing.
And it's a lot of burn damage. It's just it's a more of a slower burn.
It's a slow burn. This build's a slow burn. Theoretically, there's like I can just continuously strafe him and then hit him with stuff, and it's great. But it requires being good at aiming, and then not having that happen. I don't even. I was like, I lost myself.
Lose yourself in the music.
The moment I got owned.
You know, ironically, barrage has very specifically nerfed your butt darts.
Yeah.
Because when you had burst fire, you were still pumping out 3 on each side of your back, but another one.
There's always more, James.
I know. There's always more, James. Hey, warp strike.
Okay, now let's see what happens.
Who needs to aim? Oh, so most of those darts are still missing.
Yep. Once we get convergence, though, that will also increase
True.
accuracy. But my middle dart thing is now moot because I don't have a middle dart. So
Correct.
That was just a waste of talent now.
It's alright. It happens. It was helpful while it was there.
Remember the good times that we had.
I like the bullets going past you, you driving forward just a little bit, and then the bullets slowing down to stay in front of you. Like the old lady crossing the street and then slowing down as she gets in front of your car.
Yeah.
Like, hey.
Alright, convergence. So now...
Oh, yeah, such little darts.
But there's many, and they should all find their homes. Theoretically. Just slow down those bullets.
I feel like you do need
See,
a little more
the darts
velocity.
do die out.
Yeah. I feel like you do need more velocity now.
Well, there's not too many more ways I can get velocity.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
But I mean, it clears some stuff out.
Yeah.
I mean, get ahead of the solar heart.
Solar Heart is a lot of more burn.
It's a lot of more burn.
Well, it's currently 3% burn damage.
What we want to do is we want to get Essence Sap rolling.
Yes.
Because we hit everything at all times.
Because apparently Essence Sap and Purification both work together, which...
Yes.
That still surprises me every time you mention it.
Darts, find him! Find him!
There you go. Good job.
They found him. Let's see. Well, now that we got the barrage, double tap is just stonks.
Yeah, plus that's 1%.
Because
More
barrage also pretty much wipes out the downside of battery of its firing rate limit. So, just fire more.
Yeah. Like just shoot in a straight line across the screen, and just let the bullets find their.
This is what we want. There was another solar heart, but that's scary.
Yeah. You still have a lot of darts that are. Oh, there you go. There you go.
But now I have to do my strafing maneuvers.
Without using strafe.
Well, no, it's just that I'm always using a strafe, in a sense.
What?
It's like a circle strafe, but without the circle or the strafe.
So nothing like circle strafe.
But it's everything like circle strafe, except for the circle and the strafe part. Other than those two things, they're identical.
Sure.
In a way, it makes sense.
I don't think so.
Well, see, there's your problem. You're thinking. Stop that. Stop that thinking thing.
What?
What do I want?
Volatile shield's not bad. Shield effect radius isn't bad. Slipstream wouldn't be bad. One slipstream. That's scary.
Yeah, so I was hoping.
Solar heart.
Solar heart. That's what I
As
was
a
hoping
boost.
I was really hoping to find, terminate, but See, look, planet in the background, James. You're talking about planets.
Look at that. I like the star just glued to that planet.
It's not glued. It's just behind it. Oh, we've got mind. Hey, look, terminal.
Friendos.
Hey, look, obsession.
They look friendos.
Those friendos would die.
You don't know.
They would. I do know. So, I do think that barraging this is suboptimal.
Yeah, I think you've actually damaged yourself a little bit with it.
I don't think it's necessarily bad. I just don't think it's as good. That's an important distinction to me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I think potentially you would have been better off going for Warpath and not Warpath.
Siege weaponry.
Siege weaponry.
Oh, I just watched that XP go into the hole.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Get some saturation fire on the battery darts.
Saturation fire wouldn't have done anything. Got him. It's like,
Well, there are darts everywhere, though. You just sort of
Yeah.
fill the screen.
I mean, that is essentially what I wanted.
Okay, see, so now what you want?
Essence zap. And then a third solar heart.
Now you want some heavy caliber.
But then I'll just careen backwards.
Yeah. And then propulsive munitions. And then you
Then
can
I'll
careen
careen
forwards.
Why do you want me to careen?
And then take a lot of grandeur.
Well, I look like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That was bad.
That was the delay between the joke being relevant and then me saying it. I was just like, I thought of it a couple seconds before. I'm like, that's a real bad joke. Do I say the bad joke? I'm gonna say the bad joke.
You said the bad joke.
Okay. I mean, I can still get siege weapon.
That's true. You could.
It's not worth it.
No.
No.
Dude, Kareem is 73 years old.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dude, he was in a movie with Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Like, how old did you think he was?
I have no idea, man. If I'm being honest, I don't sports too well. too often. So the last time I knew of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was his guest appearance on Full House, and I suppose that was 20-something years ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, even that was a long time ago, but...
Now that I think about it, oh god, that was almost 30 years ago, probably. Probably 25-ish.
He was famously in a movie with Bruce Lee that came out, like, the late 70s? Late 70s, early 80s? I want to say late 70s.
You're talking to me about movies, man. Just assume I haven't seen it.
It's a cross-section between movie and sport. So you're really...
Yeah, I'm in a bad way on that one. But no, he was on Full House. He taught Uncle Jesse how to play basketball. Except Uncle Jesse sucked. Except when he was standing on one specific spot. He had a sweet spot. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar basically said, don't touch the basketball unless you're standing in that one spot.
Sound basketball advice.
Oh, Lord! To be fair, sometimes the advice of, you suck, don't do this, is good advice. Like, I love the whole concept of, you could do anything. No, there's certain levels where sometimes you have to accept the fact that no matter how much you practice.
Yeah, practice more. There are some people that are going to be able to accomplish it easier than you because they are more naturally gifted.
It's true.
But I think that anyone can achieve anything purely skill related. Things that are physically related, like I don't think anyone can be like the strongest person in the world. I think you have to be genetically inclined for something like that.
Yep.
But when it comes to something that is purely focused in skill, I think given enough time, anyone can become a master of anything. It's just a matter of time. Some people will do it faster than you, or will achieve mastery faster than you.
I think that talent does still have a certain level to it. Like I think that there are certain caps. Like use like chess as the example. Chess is a purely strategic game, and you can practice all you want, and you can train all you want. But there are some people who are just going to have a more tactically inclined brain.
And I think that can be overcome with enough time and effort and, you know, stratagems.
I think that on a one-to-one level of practice versus practice, that talent will be the deciding factor. No, two people have practiced the same amount. There will still be one that is better.
If you're going to put those kind of hard restrictions, sure. But given an infinite amount of time,
oh boy.
I think that everyone can master everything as long as it is purely skill based. Like I said, there are going to be people that are going to be maybe more naturally inclined at whatever this skill is, and they'll pick it up faster and they'll get gains faster. But I think that just about every skill has an upper limit, and it's just they'll hit that upper limit first. But if you keep on keeping on, you work hard, and you keep doing it over and over and over relentlessly, then you can achieve the same thing. I don't want to be there. Alright, am I taking a heavy caliber, James?
Yes.
Okay.
The projectile size.
And weapon damage, which does have a factor.
It's true.
Well, you just drove right into it. You didn't even try to fight. He's just like, I must go, my people need me.
The true counter argument to that is that people don't have an infinite amount of time. And there will be degradation over time.
I think given a reasonable amount of time in a lifetime.
It's like looking at like the Tetris Masters, for example, or even like football stars. Like you can be ridiculously good and train all you want, but in football, you hit 40, 50 years old.
Like I said, that has a physical limitation. That's why I said purely skill-based things. Because there's a physical limitation In football, there are a level of genetics that are, like if you are more inclined to be an athlete, then that will play a factor. But like skill-based things, like like you said, chess, for example. Some people will hit their peak mastery sooner.
I think you could still argue that there is a physical limitation on that. The mind is still a muscle.
Yeah, but and sure, like I can see where you're coming from, and I think that has merit. But I think basically what I'm saying is I think that even someone who is of average skill level can be a master in anything given enough time, effort, and just pure stubbornness. I think a lot of people just are like, they're not good at a thing, and they're not good at a thing for a, under, all things considered, a relatively short time. And they just go, screw it, I'm not good at this thing, I'll never be good at this thing, and then they give up. Whereas there's a lot of people who just are like, I'm not good at this thing. There's so many other people better at me at this thing, even though we've trained, a similar amount of time. But screw it, I'm going to keep my nose to the grindstone, and I'm going to keep training and keep training and keep training. And they end up, performing at mastery levels.
Oh, absolutely. I know that is a thing that can absolutely exist. I mean, we're gamers. That happened at Evo, right?
Yeah, that is specifically the case that I'm thinking of when I say this. Yes.
I forget the guy's name. I'm sure you know exactly who I'm thinking of here, but
I do, but
you're in focus mode at the same time.
I'm in deep Nova Drift, so I can't think of his name right now.
But that guy that was terrible, but he just put in all of the effort to learn all of the combos and managed to get to Evo.
And he won. He won Evo 1 year.
So yes, with enough practice, you can certainly get good at things. But I also do think that there are certain things where it's just like, is it going to be worth the effort?
Well, that's a different argument entirely. I would argue if you are passionate about whatever said thing is, then yes, it's absolutely worth the effort.
And, well, I suppose it again comes back down to the original argument of skill versus...
It's like, I've been working on making YouTube content for almost 4 years now.
Yeah.
It's just like, it is starting to pay off and do things.
That was a pair of mid-bosses.
There's been plenty of people that I know personally that are just like, why do you waste your time doing that? And, it's never going to amount to anything or do anything. And we're slowly starting to make our way there.
No, absolutely. I was thinking more of like William Hung, right? Like, no matter how much that man tries to sing, he's never going to be good at it.
I disagree. I think that if given enough time and some proper training, which he's clearly never had, I think that even William Hung can be an excellent singer. It's just that no one's ever properly trained him, and I don't think he ever wanted to be properly trained. Shields. It's breaking enough now.
That's true.
Yeah. So I suppose I get frustrated because there's people that are just like, I'm not good at X, so I don't do X. And it's just like, well, if you don't like to do X, that's fine. But if you like to do X, but then don't do X because you're not good at X, that frustrates me.
Ironically, this is the thing that comes up with our friend group a lot, in fact, because the flip sides of that happen just as often, where it's just like, okay, we put in the effort and put in the time and see no results, and it's just like, ugh. Or the inverse of when we put in the time and the effort and start to get better, then we hear someone who is good at something be overly hard on themselves, and that also gets frustrating, where it's just like, you're not bad at a thing just because you're not performing up to your own standards.
Yeah, and that's just the standards that people hold themselves to. In this specific example, James is talking about me.
Well, yeah, we're talking about.
I'm overly hard on myself when it comes to things that I perceive myself to be good at.
But even beyond that, we were also talking about like me and Scott with like Smash Brothers or fighting games in general, where it's just like we can put in 100 hours worth of effort into Smash Brothers.
See, but
and still never live up to the same levels.
Yeah, you're not as good at me at fighting games, particularly Smash Brothers, and it's not because you put in 100 hours and you're still not as good as me. It's you put in 100 hours, but I've already put in 1,000 hours. Like that's the difference. Oh, okay, I'm this way now.
Oh boy.
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Don't screen wrap. Oh boy.
Oh yeah, I forgot I shouldn't be screen wrapping. You're like, don't screen wrap. I'm like, why wouldn't I screen wrap? That's how I... Oh, yeah. Warp strike, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
The key part of the build that was really important.
Yeah.
That thing.
I'm not convinced that build worked the way that I was hoping it would work.
I think Barrage made it worse. I think without Barrage, it could have been cooler.
Yeah.
But, who cares?
Yeah.
It was still fine. We made it to wave 200, made it past 1 million.
Yeah.
I'll call it a day there.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's using battery, which I very rarely use because it's a very unwieldy thing.
It's true.
So, it worked out just fine.
Yeah.
And we got into a whole philosophical conversation, which was wonderful.
It was good. It was good.
Yeah. So it was great. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can let us know what side of the fence you fall on in the comments.
and you can fall on both. I have my stance on that, but Lee's not wrong either. So
yeah, like I said, there's nothing's black and white. There's areas of gray everywhere.
Exactly.
And on that note, we'll see you guys next time.
Goodbye. I'm stuck in. Look at that. Yeah.